Okay, so April 18th of 2025, I am burning to go into my room. In other words, that's all I can think about. Like, I'm burning mad, right? I'm angry, I'm hot, you know? I want to go in my room and look for this stuff. And my baker's chocolate, my chocolate chips, my hams, my corned beefs, my sockeye salmons, which are all very expensive, which took years to accumulate, so that I didn't have to backtrack and start buying again. But honestly, I think she took the jam. Now, I can't be 100% sure on it yet, because, you know, it's going to take me time, people, to go through my room. You see, that's the thing, and she knew that. Right? Oh, I'll come back on Friday and we'll get up in the yard 2 times a week and, you know, we'll do this and this and this and, you know, keep me busy so I didn't have a chance to go back in and freaking follow up on it and, you know, and oh my God. Oh, I feel so foolish. Anyway, let's talk about this because I'm so angry. And even if I have the jam, Andre likes jam. He went to his little job and they gave him a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, right? And like, he came home, he told me about it, and now he wants peanut butter and jelly sandwiches all the time. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever, right? But not if there's no jam in my freaking room. Look at this. Now, when I bought my jam, it was $5.99. And I may have gotten it on sale where it was $5.49. And I think the majority of them, when I bought them, were from Walmart. Okay? But look at the prices of them now. Now, this is Canadian Superstore. Pure strawberry jam, right? $6.49. Hey? Pure raspberry jam. $7. Where am I? Where's my finger? Here it is. $7.49. Do you see that? Okay? And I bought the brand names, people. Okay? Now I have the 1 box, but I should have like 2 boxes in my room. I'm thinking 1 box is gone for sure. Where the other box is, I don't know yet. I'm freaking out about my freaking chocolate because that's another thing that's extremely expensive. I don't worry about buying the seedless raspberry jam, whatever. I don't worry about that. And plus, look at this. You pay $5.79 for 250 mils. So I you know, I'm not stupid. I just go with your basic 500 mils, which is just, you know, whatever. Pure Concord grape. I had more than, because I buy in multiples, people. And I pack my jars, my boxes. I pack my boxes in freaking multiples, people. Okay? 5 is not enough. I should be doing 10. I want to show you how this shit racks up. Okay? I'm sorry for starting to holler, but this is going to bother me for a very long time. $10 at a time. I run with 10s. 10s because when you buy from Walmart, anything you buy from Walmart, you can go maximum of 10. So if I bought jam from Walmart back in the day, which I did, it'd be 10 strawberry jars. And then the next order, 10 grape jars. And then the next order, it'd be 10 freaking raspberry jars. That'd be 30 jars of jam that should be in my room. I highly doubt they're all there. Tisha phoned me up yesterday, screaming at me to take down a video where I was talking about her kids and what kind of a lousy mother this woman was, to go around stealing food from people who actually tried to help her. And how she's flying off to a different country and pawning off her kids on my daughter cheap on the cheap as she's stealing my food. But yet she wants Tisha to take her to the fucking food bank. Yeah, okay. If you got money to fly to a different country, you got money to buy groceries for your kids. Okay, 30 jars. Let's see how much it's going to cost for 30 jars. All right? And don't forget, a lot of this shit that I bought over the years, I bought it on my credit card, people, as things were on sale. So that when shit hit the fan, like with what my landlady did to me, where I have to give her an extra $300 or $400 a month, I had food in the house, and I could compensate for that. But I'm raging right now. Yeah, okay? 30 jars of jam, okay? Oh, look, there's PC Optimum points. What is it? Maybe I'll scoop up on some of that. Fuck it, I don't care. What's the free gift? If you spend over $300, you get a $25 gift. Taco Bell hot sauce. Well, I have tons of hot sauce, but I haven't looked up there yet, people. I know where it is. It's all stacked up high on the shelf in its own little spot. Who knows? Maybe she robbed that and took half the fucking hot sauce yet. I'm afraid to go into my room and open up containers, crying out loud. But when I take this camera in there, I'm going to sit my ass down. I'm going to say, okay, you see that container? I don't know. There should be something in it. Let's pull it out and see. And it will be on the fly. And if it's freaking empty, well, then what do you think's going to happen? All right. So to buy 10 jars of Concord grape jelly, $64.90. Pure jam, strawberry jam, 11 jars. Oh, wait, $71.31. We only need 10. I like to run in 10s. If I want more, I'll, $64.90. I'll, what do you call it? I'll add on another 10 more on the next order until I'm feeling satisfied. Pure raspberry jam, a little more expensive. Here's 10, $74.90. Look at that. $204 fucking $70. Okay? Okay? And Tisha wants to side with this? So what, she can go out to the bar and get boozed up with her? Oh, I don't drink much, Mom. Yeah, okay. Whatever. There. So, what's the free gift? If you spend over $3, because once I get to this point, you know, sometimes it's just better just to take it to the $300 mark and get your free $25 gift. Right? This is a new flyer this week. So there'll be new PC points. So I'm looking for something here that bitch stole, like maybe chocolate. Okay? As if I should have to buy chocolate again. Yeah, okay. Right? You know, I'm asking Andre. Andre, did you do this? Right? Did you scoop up on this and take it into the backyard and be a prepper and bury it into the ground and so that, you know, you can sneak off to the back and have your little cookout with the rocket stove when Nana's not looking? He goes, no, Nana. I said, exactly. Exactly. I know you didn't do it. What is this? Get 20,000, that's $20 value for what? For every $100 spent on baby diapers. I don't need that. I already did that. I stocked up on diapers. I don't need diapers. Okay? So much for that. That's not what we need. I'm looking for chocolate on sale. Maybe again. Like, I'm so afraid to go into my room and try and figure out never mind. Well, I'm not afraid of trying to figure out. I'm afraid of finding out what's gone. Okay? And this girl wants to perpetrate herself as she's the fucking victim? Oh, and if she drops off anything, because she's got Tisha saying that, I don't know, Tisha said, oh, she's coming back to your house and dropping off everything that you gave her. Because she's the victim, right? She's the victim, right? You know, I'm accusing her of doing something she didn't fucking do. So, like, go away, bitch. Like, you fucking dropped the shit off. I already went to the Africans. I cut a fucking deal. I'm making a charitable donation. Give it to people who actually need it.
And you hanged out there for a while.
Yeah, I did, and I had a good time. I had 7 laughs. I went to the Africans and had a beer. And sat around with them. Mm-hmm. What's that?
Well, I was just over here blasting my music.
Well, Andre was just partying on his own with his own music over here. I had 1 beer, had a good conversation about dimensions in terms of 3rd dimension, 4th dimension, talked about religions and different cultures and cracked a few jokes. I actually laughed, people. I had, and then it got to where, okay, well, this is laugh number 4. You know, I said, when I get to laugh number 7, that's when I'm leaving, right? Because I needed to laugh because I'm so angry with this shit. And I asked the guy that, you know, that lives there, the owner, like not like the, you know, the homeowner, like the one who won, the guy like, you know, who rents the house, right? If I could, you know, if this stuff ends up at my doorstep, I can't bring it back in. There's no room in here. What am I going to do with it? Try and sell it? Nah, it's okay. I said, is it possible that I can just drop it off you and you give it to, since you have people coming and going, you know, give it to somebody that could benefit from it. And I'm going to give him my projector. Right? And with one fella that I was talking about, you know, like set up a little system where you can, you know, educate people. So we might be learning Arabic in comparison to English through the projector. So, like, so what? You drop off the shit, doesn't matter. I already found a home for it. It doesn't take away from what you did or what this girl did. It doesn't, why you want me thinking that Andre walked off with 10 jars of jam? Huh? What's that? Yeah, he's saying, where would he even put 10 jars of jam? Well, you'd go in the backyard, you'd dig a hole, you'd bury it in there. That's what some preppers do, just in case, as backup. And then, you know, when Nana says, no, you can't have jam, right? You know, what do? You go out into the backyard, right? He dig up some jam, and he's sitting under the tree eating jam. Okay, so the free gift, if I spend over $300, what is it? It is,
Here, let me see.
Ultimate, what is it? Roasting basket. Yeah. With pan. No, it's just a roasting basket with a pan. What the hell is that? Ultimate roasting basket with pan.
You know those things that you cook in like lasagna?
Uh-huh.
What's that?
It's just a pan?
Yeah, with the little grill piece.
Oh. Well, it's free, $25. If I buy this jam today, it's going to cost me over $200 to, and in this way, whether there's jam in the fridge, or whether there's jam in my, okay? Listen. If I buy this jam, which I'm very close to doing, like, I already got it in the cart, okay? And if that jam that I'm thinking is missing in my room, well, obviously it's been replaced, right? If I buy this jam, right? If it's gone, well, yeah, if it's gone, which I think some of it is, how much of it is, I don't know. I just know I had more than 1 box, and the 1 box I'm looking for, I can't find. And I probably had 2 boxes because I probably bought like 30 jars when I bought it, right? Because that's how I do it.
Can I play a computer? He's done eating and changed.
And does he have a bottle? Okay, good. You're doing a good job. And I'm just going to pit her in the kitchen for now.
Can I play on the computer?
Yes, quietly, because we're all stressed out here. Just don't open the door if somebody comes knocking. I turned off my fucking phone. What's that?
What's if it's something from Amazon, maybe?
Well, Amazon, yeah, but I mean, if, you know, whatever, right? Like, you know, if, like, seriously, if they come and they drop off that shit in the front, I'm already going to take most of it right across the street, and that guy that associates with whoever, he'll give to whoever, right? And it doesn't remove what this girl did. It just doesn't. You're not the victim here. We are the victims. That now I know why you wanted to come here 2 times a week. To keep me busy so I would be distracted from spot to spot to spot as you were stealing from spot to spot to spot. And as long as you kept me busy, I couldn't backtrack to fucking figure it out. Yeah, and because you knew I was blind and it was hard for me to see stupid shit, you thought you'd get away with it, and you had already pre-planned it out for what, 2 months of robbing me blind? Yeah. I mean, clearly, your solution to that problem is just play the victim, boo-hoo-hoo on Tisha, tell her whatever you're saying about me, that, whatever, like, to hell with you. Don't use your kids as an excuse to be more of a victim when you stole from my grandchildren. Yeah. Yeah. Putting me further into debt. Yeah. Yeah. So, if I spend another $100, I guess I get a free pan. So maybe I'll do that and be done with it. And if there's any jam in my room, well, you leave the old jam out and you put away the newer jam further off to the side, right? And it will be enough jam to last for a year and a bit as long as you spread it out, okay? And within a year from now, that jam is going to end up costing freaking $8 to $9 a jar. Yeah, okay. So you walked off with $150 worth of freaking jam. Maybe, we'll find out. Well, sooner or later, we're going to fucking find out. And it's easy enough for me to get into my past orders from, like, the approximate time of when I bought these things. Add up the numbers for the most part, depending, right? Yeah, I already know. In terms of, I know how I shop. I remember them coming in from Walmart. Yep. And like I'm petrified to go into my room and start opening up containers, but I'm going to bring the camera in with me when I start. Yeah. Welcome to hell. What's in this container? Who knows? Who knows what you're gonna find? Yeah. Probably be empty. Or it will have stupid shit in it that doesn't belong there. Yeah. Yeah. What was she thinking? That it would take me 4 months to figure it out? Yeah, okay. Let's just Google and see how much it is on Walmart jam in terms of cost. $5.97 for Smucker's Pure Strawberry. $5.97. So it's what, $1 cheaper? They don't always have it though. Pure raspberry, $6.97 for pure raspberry. Yeah. Grape jelly, $5.77. It's a little cheaper, except for maybe the raspberry. I could do 10 of each and see what happens in terms of price. Why don't we do that? Let's see. How about we do that? Let's just see the difference between the price. I was at you only allowed 10. 10 at Walmart, right? That's why I roll with numbers with 10. Sometimes I'll buy more than 10 when I'm dealing with Canadian Superstore, because you can. Do you always get more? Depends if it's in stock, right? And if I don't get what I want and I want more, I'll put in another order in a day or so. And then once I get to a point where I'm happy with it, that's it. I don't worry about it, people. You know what I'm saying? I just don't worry about it. But I have to worry about it now. Yeah. Yeah. And then here's the grape. Smucker's Pure Concord Grape. Okay, let's just see what these 30 cans add up to be in Walmart. Or jars, I should say. Okay, so if I buy them from Walmart, it's $187.10. If I get them from Canadian Superstore, the same product, the same amount, it's $204. So it's $23 difference. $23 difference. But if I top off over $300 on Canadian Superstore, I get a free gift for $25, which sounds kind of interesting. And if I shop for PC points, I'll get even more money back. Right? Like, this is stupid. I shouldn't have to be going through this. Well, my daughter is threatening me to not talk to me ever again. Yeah, because I'm exposing her friend. As if anybody knows who that girl is, or even fucking cares. Yeah. Like, what's her loyalty to this girl compared to her family? I tell you what it is. It's because Tisha doesn't want to help me. That's why. She doesn't want to help me with anything. The only thing she'll help me with basically is taking Amari to appointments from time to time. But anything else, nope. Hold on. Okay, so they have ham on sale at Canadian Superstore. I know she stole ham, okay? Because those boxes that she emptied out and put junk into, that's what would have been in there. Would be like canned ham, depending on, or sockeye salmon, right? That's the kind of stuff that would, and you know, I'm thinking, and I'm like, I'm going to be looking for my honey, and you know, I just remembered maple. I have like maple syrups in there, people. That, you know, because she was digging in there, and she opened up fucking container, obviously the mackerel, and emptied it into the plastic bag, put more fucking clothes on top, and probably empty. And then because this girl is 5'9" and she's freaking strong, it's nothing for her to grab a big fucking bag like this full of stupid shit in it and walk off and put it in the front. And because I'm blind. And, you know, I trusted her. I never thought to think to go look. And I looked at the trunk. I seen the lid when because she was standing guard over the stupid shit. Like I told you, as soon as she came back from wherever the hell she came from, you know, standing right. And that's another thing. I'm missing an envelope like this. Okay, I'll show you. Now, it still may be found. Where is it? You know, you order from Amazon and you get these envelopes. I bought this one, Peggy from the United States of America. If you're watching my videos, your books that I tried to mail to you is still sitting here, for crying out loud. After all these fucking years, it was returned to me. It's still sitting in the envelope. Only I don't talk to Peggy anymore right now. We used to talk on the phone. Anyway, I ordered math books for Andre, and I ordered ledgers, right? So that, you know, as we're selling my stuff, we could learn to keep track of shit, right? And I had it before this. I bought like 4 or 5 different math books for Andre, so that, you know, right? Like just simple stuff and some ledgers. It was in an envelope from Amazon. I can't fucking find it, people. I've been looking for like 3 days for this stupid shit. Ever since this girl's been gone, there's only so many places I put it here. So what? Is she coming in here and grabbing shit and throwing it in her fucking bag as she's raiding my bloody room yet to boot? Andre says, oh no, Nana, it will show up. I'm like, I've been tearing everything apart looking because I want him to do math. It's fucking gone. Can't find it. Okay, so she's in my room, and you know, we know she's emptying out containers. We know that she's taking out things from boxes and putting miscellaneous junk into the box to put it someplace so that cover up the gaping holes, right? Right? So, and then we know she's she's rushing me to come back, and because she really wants to help me, you know, blah, blah. She cares about me, and she doesn't like how people are taking advantage of me. She's feeding me the old okie dokie with everything that I want to hear. A professional fucking con artist, I'm telling you. She's emptying out these boxes. There's only so many things that were in that room, right? And because of what was going on downstairs, right? I didn't put my hams downstairs. There's any salmon that's down there is old salmon from way back in the day. Any new salmon was in my room, and I was, because of Amari, leaning more towards getting the sockeye because it has a bit more nutrients for him, right? You're fucking gone. That's what was in those little teeny weeny boxes, was meat. Either corned beef, spam, sockeye salmons, maybe even pink salmon, but more than likely sockeye, and freaking hams. And she put in fucking stupid shit in the box to try and then, right, well, I'm coming back. You know, if she showed up on Tuesday, I'm coming back on Friday. Well, what are we going to do next? Oh, yeah, right, because you wanted to keep me out of my room so I wouldn't fucking notice it. Keep me busy somewhere else so I wouldn't fucking notice it. Yeah. I don't see very well, but I see shadows and I see contrast, and right, I can right, and like with this stress again, my eyes are getting worse. But yeah, no, she came in here, stood right there. I gotta go. Malachi's coming home from school. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, well, I already told you, you know, we're done. And you know, and you got so much corned beef, and well, how do you know I got so much? Well, because you got those 2 cans sitting on the, you know, thing over there. And I'm like, oh, okay, whatever. She goes to, and then she's standing guard by the front door with that shit. And I walked because she left, right? And I followed her. And I'm standing there in the hall, and I'm looking. I see the trunk with the lid on it. I see a couple of bags there. I didn't, people, I should have just double checked. But I didn't, because she was standing there on her phone. And then the guy came from the Uber. And I don't know, he was saying it was way too much. And somehow she fucking cut a deal with him where he was going to deliver it, but not register. She had to cancel the order with Uber, but still use the Uber dude to take her shit home. To take my shit home. Okay? Because it was so much. Right? And, you know, she probably took some of that stuff outside and had it out in the fucking grass. It wasn't probably on all on the doorstep. And she was standing guard over it. That's probably why I didn't go to see. I should have just went and moved the lid off the fucking trunk and looked. I should have looked in the bags. But she was standing there because she didn't want me touching that shit. Right? She's good at what she does. I'm telling you, she's a professional fucking thief. She was conspiring before she even showed up here. And she took the first opportunity. She admitted to Tisha that she went back into my room to help. With what? I told you we were done. She admitted to Tisha that she put shit in that box that magically showed up in my room, empty, for over a year, the one with the cast iron in it from March of 2024. She just happened to find an empty box that's been sitting in my room for a fucking year so that she could pick up a few random things off the floor to help me. And then put it in a space where there was meat there in a box. Ham, $3.50 at fucking Canadian Superstore right now. Okay? Let's just order 10 of them. Huh? Why don't we do that? Am I committing a crime because I'm using my credit card to do it? No, I'm not committing a crime because I pay my fucking bills. I'm not stealing anything from anybody. Okay? So how much is my bill now? Because if I go past $300, I get a free gift. The ham itself, 10 cans at $3.50 a can, is $40.94. My bill is $240.64 right now. Another $70-$80 to push it over the 300 is okay. Now, these cans are only coming in at, 340 grams. Oh my God. That's even smaller. It used to be, oh my God. Like, I'm telling you, people, like, you're right. She's stealing stuff that, obviously was cheaper to buy when I bought it, but in larger grammage. I wrote down maple sugar. I'm going to be now looking for my freaking maple sugar in the jars. Because she was rooting around and pulling out and digging and putting, right? Well, what's going to happen if I come back to you and I say, oh, you know, the maple sugar is gone now? Huh? Because she was going for the most expensive shit. Outside of the macaroni that she's going to feed her kids. 340 grams. What's the larger size? A pound? Or has it been downsized now? Seriously. I'd have to go get my old cans of ham. Like, this is sick. This is fucking sick. I shouldn't have to go through this. Yeah, standing guard at the door to make sure I wouldn't go there and start rifling shit. So I catch her in the act. She intimidated me by standing over everything. Being all chatty and friendly and up in my face fucking smiling. Yeah. To what is that called? Put my guard down, right? To convince me that I could trust her, right? Yeah, okay. And now she's the victim. Yeah. Sure, you're the victim. I guess Alex is going to babysit all the kids so they can go out drinking and have a good time and pretend what good fucking friends they are. Yeah, that's pretty much what it boils down to. Tisha will take her to the food bank, but won't take me to the food bank. Okay, because you know. Right? So 340 grams, 340, that's a spam. Yeah, to buy it 554 grams a can of ham is $6.79. That's about right. Yeah, maybe last year it was $1 cheaper or something like that. Who knows? But either or, you know, like, she stole my shit. That's the thing. She stole my fucking shit. And I put down, now I'm looking for maple syrup. I'm going to check the hot sauce, right? I already know she stole ham, right? I already know she stole sockeye salmon. I already fucking know she stole corned beef, right? You know what I'm saying? I already know that, well, I don't know for sure that she stole the jam, but I'm pretty convinced that she stole jam because, right? She's got kids and it's expensive and, you know, she needs to fly to fucking Mexico, so she's got to save her money for that and her fake fucking hair, right? And she uses my daughter to get a free fucking ride to the food bank. Yeah, okay. And my daughter wants to be gullible and threaten not to talk to me no more. Yeah, because I'm not going to remove videos or let's blame everything on Andre. Andre did it all. It's like Andre said, where would I put it? Well, I don't know. You dug a hole in the back and you buried it like a prepper so that you can sneak around in the dark and cook it up on the freaking rocket stove when I'm not around. Yeah, okay, Andre. Yeah. Honey, like in terms of big bucket, right, of honey. Not, well, even little ones. I have little ones too. Who knows? Maybe they're gone. I don't fucking know. Like, this is bullshit. Total bloody bullshit. Total bloody bullshit. Total bloody bullshit. Total bloody bullshit. So what is ham at Walmart? Let's just see. The thing about Walmart, though, is they have it up, but you don't always get it. You know? They're out of stock. And usually, from the store that I get it from, once they're out of stock, that's it. They don't ever seem to get it back. Because things are slowly but surely disappearing. Yeah. And if you think people are stealing now, wait until it gets even worse. Yeah. Like, this is stupid. Like, so fucking stupid. And being that I'm rearranging my room right now, 340 grams, $3.97. So for $3.97 for 340 grams, that's at Walmart, where I on sale 300, same amount of grammage for 350. I don't know if it's the same brand or what. Oh, you're only allowed the limit of 4. Yeah, you're only allowed the limit of 4, and they're charging, I think, for the same brand, $4.49. But you're only allowed a limit of 4. So if I was to buy from Canadian Superstore, I've got 10 there. So in this situation, I can just do 4. Because you have to remember, people, whatever I was doing or thinking, I was also thinking about my older children. In other words, Mark Hain, obviously he's got a wife, in case something big happens and, you know, the economy changes and da-da-dee-da or whatever. And then, of course, Tisha and her family, if shit got real bad for whatever reason, you know, I mean, that was always in the back of my mind in terms of food prep, right? Always. Always. Yeah, always. So now in a situation like this, you know, I'd shop between the 2 stores, right? I'd flip it, because, you know, I know she took ham. Those boxes more than likely had, and you know how I can show you that after the fact is, after I show you the box with that miscellaneous crap in, the one with the cast iron from March of 2024, I can piece in, because there's still some ham left, right? Because not everything was in a box, eh? I can piece the ham in, and I would know what was in there just by the very way of it fitting in it. If it fit in nice and snug, then that's what was in it. Right? I don't pack things where they rattle. Hold on a minute. Okay, now I'm looking at maple syrup just because I'm wigging here. So you can see PC points, 5,000. That's about $5. So what I'm assuming is you get $5 off the price. Okay? Honestly, because she was up in that corner, sticking her hands in this and sticking her hands in that, and we haven't even gotten into the freaking containers that are there, people. Like, honest to God, I'm afraid to open them up. And when I do open them up, just to see what's inside, I'm going to have the camera pointing in my direction so that you can see what my response will be. If they're full and they're the way they're supposed to be, great. and then we'll move on to the next section. And that's what we're going to do over the next month. And then after that, we're going to get into my clothes. Oh, yeah. So anyway, $13 a bottle, you have to pay the price, right? So let's just add on fucking 10 here. Why? Why do I need so many? Well, because I have a fucking family. How about that? You ever stop to think about that? I have a disabled child that does better with natural sugars than freaking white sugar, if I was to use sugars. How about maybe I'd like Andre to be able to, what do you call that? Get creative in the kitchen. He wanted to be a chef. So, will he ever be a chef? Probably not. But can I, what do you call that? Can I, get him to be creative? Yeah. I'm going to get those 4 cans on sale for $3.50 a can. Because you know I'm going to be stocking up on ham again. Alright? This one I'm debating at $6.79. Okay? Because I don't have to do everything in one fucking day. It took me years to do what I had to do. Oh, wow. $130. Just for stupid maple syrup. But 5 times 10, you get 5,000 points every time you buy one. That's what I'm thinking. As a matter of fact, maybe I'll phone PC Express and I'll ask them about that. I'll phone Canadian Superstore and say if I buy one freaking thing of maple syrup, what does 5,000 PC points get me in dollars? I'm thinking $5. So you times 5 times 10 is $50 off the bill. So instead of paying $130 for that there, I'd be paying $80. Because I'd get back $50 worth in PC points. Right? So for me, it makes sense. Because that would last my family for a very long time. Assuming that I don't get robbed. Okay, so now that baker's chocolate still might be in my room yet. I don't know. Where I thought I had it, I didn't see it. So, where I think it might be, I don't know. Because there's only so many places I can put things in my room, right? And there's only certain things that I put in my room, right? But if you notice, this is Walmart. It's $6 a box, okay? And you don't get very much because it's pure chocolate. 170 grams, right? And then this one is $2.25 for the same price, right? Pure, unsweetened chocolate baking, right? And then we've got the premium 70% dark chocolate, okay? And then at Canadian Superstore, it's in comparison to price, $5.99. It's the same thing. So $6. $6, okay? When I buy, multiple of 10. Where are they, people? I haven't seen them yet. And then, of course, we've got 1-size gallon jars with some chocolate chips in there. I think I know where that is. But I also have a little, another section where I have the cocoa powders and that. Like I said, I have to go from spot to spot to spot to go look for this shit as I open up containers to see if what's inside of it, if there's anything inside of it. Okay? If that isn't nerve-wracking, I don't know what is. Now, I'm already at $345. This is not on sale, so I'm not going to worry about that right now because maybe it's still in my room, maybe it's not. I don't know. But, you know, with the PC points, with the maple sugar, whether the maple sugar is in the bedroom or not remains to be seen because she was digging, right? She would have had to dig a little bit to get to it. But this girl is good at what she does. Because she had already had it in her mind to do it. She couldn't wait to fucking do it. Right? That's why she was so eager to help me. That's why she was so eager to be friendly to me. And to tell me the things that I wanted to hear. So that I would learned to trust her because she was so sympathetic to how people around me were taking advantage of me. Well, Tisha just wants to blow it off like, well, you deserve it. You shouldn't have so much stuff. It's not my problem. You deal with it. I'm busy. Yeah, okay. But when it comes time to going through my clothes, she wants first dibs. Yeah, okay. Okay. I don't know about that. I really don't fucking know about that anymore. I don't know about anything anymore. So where I'm making my money on this stuff is with the maple sugar at 5,000 PC points, I think, per purchase. If I purchase 10 of them, I'm going to phone Canadian Superstore and I'm going to make sure. Because if I get a $50 discount off of that, for that, I'm happy with that. And then once I buy that, whether that human being stole my other ones, it won't matter, because this will be enough to spread out over a period of a year or two for creative cooking, to, comfort food, or to supplement what we do for Amari when we grind up his food. Right? And we need a little something to make the texture right. And we don't want his blood sugar to spike, so it's better to use this than quote-unquote white sugar. Yeah, you tell him, Amari. How dare you come into this house and steal from children so you can take it back to your children and then profess to be a good mom as you're bugging my daughter to take your ass to the freaking food bank. But yet you're flying to fucking Mexico. Yeah, okay, I think you got your bloody priorities wrong. Okay, I'm going to end this video because I got things to do. So this hot sauce with the PC points, if you spend $10, you get $3.50 back. Plus it's on sale for $2.99 versus $4.99. So and you're only maximum of 4. And it's Taco Bell sauce, so I thought I'd try that. So I'm going to pick up on that, 4 bottles at $2.99, and I get back, right? So I'm paying, what am I paying here? $11.96, but I also get back $3.50 back on my PC points. All right? And then, because Andre is now showing an interest in peanut butter sandwiches, this is on sale. So I'm going to pick up 2 because you're only allowed a maximum of 2. Right? Okay, I know. So I got peanut butter in my room. I should. It's hard to say what I'm going to find in my room, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. I got old peanut butter for cookies that you can mix in, if it's okay, in with some newt and to make cookies or whatever. And I know where they are. Now, whether they're there or not remains to be seen, because like I said, this girl was rifling through my shit. So no substitutes, because I'm well past the 300 mark. So even if they don't have it because they're out of stock for the day and they don't put it on my bill, I should still meet that $300 where I get my free gift. Okay? I'm just saying. Get 2 loaves of bread for $6. I'm going to buy that because I phoned the store, so I should get $50 back on that. And this is how I shop, and this is why it's taken years to get to where I am. For have it to be robbed within 20 fucking minutes, to have my daughter to accuse me that I'm suffering from psychosis, as if I don't know what I'm talking about, and I'm lying. Yeah, okay. I'm gonna get the 4 ham, a limit of 4, because it's $3.50 versus $4.49. But as I go through my room, I'm going to be stocking up on ham for sure, where I almost got to the point where, I was at the point where I didn't need to, but that girl, she raided my boxes, and in my boxes were things like that. So at some point, I'll just keep looking for things on sale, or if they come in on with the PC points, that's when I'll buy 10 at a time. Otherwise, if all you can do is 4, I'll buy 4 until I feel satisfied. And I don't need it no more. In regards to the jam, I ain't gonna wait for it to be on fucking sale. I'm sorry, boo-boo sale. No, I'm just gonna cut to the chase. 10, 10, 10. If Canadian Superstore can give me 10 because there's enough on the shelves, they will do that for me. And that's what? How many? 30 jars, right? Of jam. For $4? Yeah, thank you very much, Rhea, for stressing me out over stupid jam. But Andre likes peanut butter and jam sandwich now. And I'm like, well, how can I give peanut butter and jam to Amari and bread? Because it's not like he can eat bread unless we soak it and grind it up. But I suppose if we made pancakes, well, yeah, well, you know, Amari's a little harder to deal with, right? Because I want to give Amari peanut butter and jam. But I'd have to soak the bread. I don't know, like, and then you puree it. I suppose you could soak the bread in whipping cream, right? Or milk. Well, milk or whipping cream. A tablespoon of peanut butter. A teaspoon of jam. A slice of bread. Grind it all up. Puree it. Make it to where it's his texture that he likes. It would be good for him. So that's what I'm going to try and do now that Andre's on the peanut butter and jam kick. I used to try and give it to him before when he was younger and he didn't like it. And then when I did buy the jam, he got into the jam, but then he started eating the jam. He was, you know, if he could eat a jar of jam in 3-4 days, he would. And I told him, you need to slow down because we need to spread it out, right? Because it's expensive. And now I'm having to replace it. If I find in my room, I'll let you know. And then Andre and Amari can eat it first because chances of me eating it are almost nil to none, people. Right? I don't eat very much. I really don't. Not stuff like that. I might, though. I don't mind putting jam. Like if I make like blackberry jam, that kind of stuff. You know, but I don't want to that much anymore. I can't fucking see. It's too complicated for me. That's why I bought. I don't like making strawberries. I don't like canning strawberry jam. I did blackberry jam. And there's, you know, I did all those little things for Amari. But other than that, it was easier for me to buy. And it's gone. I know some of it's gone. I know it. And even if it's not, I'll let you know. Because I ain't got no reason to fake the funk here. As if I can afford another. How much is this? $388 on my credit card. With about $60 coming back through my PC points. Which pushes me up to about $275 of PC points. Which means I could do a grocery shop for $275 and pay no more than $15 minus off of the $274, right? Because, you know, you right? So it's almost like a big shop for free, right? So I don't mind buying that maple syrup and getting back $50. It makes sense. But it doesn't make sense to have to buy jam again. But if I do find the old jam, then I'll put those first. And Andre can open a jar every week and eat peanut butter and jam sandwiches. Yeah. And we'll make sure Amari gets his fair share too. Uh-huh. And I might even eat a peanut butter and jam sandwich. Uh-huh. And I didn't steal from nobody. Nothing. To do it. Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to select a time for delivery because I want to get this monkey off my back with at least the jam, at least with the maple syrup, right? We got those bases covered, you know. If the maple syrup is there, well, great. I'll pull out I'll give a bloody bottle to Marcane for free just because I love him and he's my son. I gave him a little care package just yesterday. 2 cans of crab chunk, 2 cans of crab leg, 2 cans of cocktail shrimp, 3 bottles of, what is that called? Salad dressing that I picked up in bulk because of PC points, right? Because there's not that many things that I needed to buy, but now I'm having to rebuy to replace which was robbed, as I'm being accused of lying about it, as if I got that, right, time to be wasting here. But besides that point, so the delivery has to come in tomorrow, because today they're full. It's already 2 o'clock in the afternoon, no prob. So I'll get it tomorrow. So let's pick a time for tomorrow for delivery, because to me it's just a monkey on my back that I want to get rid of. Okay? I'm still on the hunt for fucking salmon again. I'm still on the hunt for freaking, what is that called? Ham again. I'm still on the hunt for, and I shouldn't have to be, but I am now. Maybe some corned beef again. You know I'm going to be looking for freaking chocolate at some point, especially if I don't find my chocolate. You know, I'm questionable about my yeast, right? Because I bought yeast in bulk, and she says she makes bread every day. So if you're making bread every day at home because you're too damn cheap to go off and buy it, or whatever, or maybe you just like it that way, that's fine. You're going to need yeast. So if you came across my yeast, I'm pretty sure you took that shit too. So I might stock up on yeast again. But I'd look for the sales, so I have to spread it out over the next 6 months. And being that I'm having to rearrange my room and go from spot to spot to spot, I might as well just cut to the chase. Yeah. Start fresh. Before I go completely blind. Because my eyes went whack. For some strange reason. Stress, that's what it is. Yeah. Put it on my credit card. There you go. But I'm not stealing nothing from nobody. Because I pay that credit card every month. Currently, I've got 214,354 PC points. So technically, if I wanted to, on this bill of 393, which I also get a free gift, and about $60 back in PC points, I could slap on 200,000 PC points and bring my bill down to 193. But I'm not going to do that. Not yet. I'm going to wait. I could do up to $210 off that bill. But I'm not, because I'm going to wait until I have a $500 shop with my PC points to compensate for everything that was taken from me. I figured this is a fresh start. If I find the old jam, they go first. If I don't find it, oh well, c'est la vie. She's the bloody victim. Yeah, okay. You're the fucking victim. I don't think so. You're a freaking con artist. That's what you are. A fucking con artist. You've got Tisha wrapped around your little finger like, I don't know. Because you're good. You're good at your gift of your gab, making people feel comfortable with you because you're so caring. Oh, yeah. Yeah, my ass. Nothing caring about you. Why should I have to do this, people? Why? Oh, I don't know. You don't have to do it. Why are you doing it, Judy? Well, I don't know. Maybe because I feel violated in my bedroom? It was enough that I brought you in there and you fucking came in there and violated me? Worse than a freaking you-know-what in terms of our R-A-P-I-S-T? That's something that would do to violate somebody. Yeah. I'm reluctant to place this order because I'm trying to pay down my bills, not bring up my bills. But I don't want to be paying $8 a freaking jar for jam in a year from now when maybe I'll have half of what I bought today, assuming that I don't let no fucking thief into my room. Get mad. Just place the order, Judy. Just get mad. Place the order. All right. I had to get mad to place the order. That's done. You think I'm lying? You think I'm lying?